Go.
Hello, my name is Brandon Zelaya, and I am attending Woodside Priory High School. I am going to be an upcoming sophomore, and I decided to join this class because psychology has always had some type of impact on my life in one way or another. And one field of psychology that really interested me and I feel I would benefit from is bipolar disorder, and I wanted to learn, I wanted to find research, and I wanted to know more just about bipolar disorder in general. Now, you might be thinking, what is bipolar disorder? Bipolar disorder is a mental disorder. There are multiple types of bipolar disorder, including bipolar 1 disorder, there's bipolar 2 disorder, there's a disorder called cyclothymic disorder, also known as cyclothymia, and the last category of bipolar disorders are just disorders that do not fall under those three categories that I had said previously. According to the National Institution of Mental Health, 2.8% of adults had bipolar disorder last year. And if you think about that, that is a great amount of people that are just left out and not really and judged and not understood to the point where they can just be accepted in society. And I feel like that's something that we need to change and we need to be able to understand. And that's another reason why I chose to research more about this disorder. Next, for the types of bipolar disorders. Like I said before, there are four main categories of bipolar disorders. One of the categories is called bipolar 1 disorder. Now, this disorder is usually a depressive episode disorder. Um, it can usually last at least 7 days and can be so severe that the patients that suffer from bipolar 1 disorder end up being hospitalized and cannot function to their day-to-day tasks every day, and that is something that is very concerning. Another category of bipolar disorders is this bipolar 2 disorder. Now, this disorder isn't as severe as the bipolar 1 disorder. It's more of a pattern. There's not really episodes that last a long time. It's just more of like, oh, there's this episode and then there's this next episode. It's more just of a pattern and do not really fall under the severe categories that the bipolar 1 disorder goes under. The third bipolar disorder is cyclothymic disorder. Now, this disorder is more among children and adolescents. They can last around 2 years in children and about 1 year in adolescents. And the last category are just all the other types of mental bipolar disorders that do not fall under these three categories that I listed above. One including the rapid cycle disorder, which includes that you will have 4+ more episodes in a month, in a time span of 12 months. Now, to the causes of bipolar disorder. Now, there's still not a main cause to bipolar disorder, but these are some of the causes that researchers have found. One being genetics. Genetics plays a big role in whether you will have bipolar disorder or not. Usually, when your parents or your siblings have bipolar disorder or are diagnosed with bipolar disorder, it means you are 70% more likely to also have bipolar disorder. Doesn't mean that you will have it for sure, but there's just a more high chance that you will have it. The two others that kind of go together are the brain structure and the brain functioning. Researchers have found that in the brain of someone who is diagnosed with bipolar disorder, their prefrontal cortex is actually much smaller than those of the normal human being's brain. So that plays a big role in how their brain works. And other causes of bipolar disorder is a large amount of alcohol consumption, high levels of stress and stress around your life, and the traumatic events that you may have, the loss of a loved one, or just any type of car accident, major car accident. It can lead to bipolar disorder. Some symptoms that you can see if someone is starting to develop bipolar disorder. You can tell that their sleep patterns change. They will start sleeping less. They will start even sleeping none at all, and that can affect their health in a very large way. Another way is by mood swings. Mood swings can occur anytime and any place. It can go from one of the happiest moments in your life to one of the saddest moments in a blink of an eye, and you can just not understand it at all. The third symptoms are your energy levels change. So someone can be very hyper at one point and then just tired at another point. There are also two types of episodes. There's one that is called the manic episode, and there's one that is called the depressive episode. In the manic episode, people that experience it are usually hyperactive. They love to talk to people. They want to go and communicate with the world around them. They want to get very, very touchy with people. They like to have physical contact with people, and they have lots of energy and just go forever. And the other type is the complete opposite of a manic episode, and it's called the depressive episode. The depressive episode is more of a like depression. It can lead to sadness. It can lead to loneliness, feeling worried about something, feeling anxious, feeling empty, feeling like nothing, and it can usually lead to low or little amounts of sleep. And that is also very bad for your health. Now on to the treatments. So some treatments include psychotherapy and medication. So psychotherapy is more of talk. It's kind of called talk therapy, where you can go to your therapist. You can go and talk to them and let your emotions out and tell them what's going on and how you feel, and just not be scared to express your feelings to someone that is a professional and can help you. And usually that can help with treating bipolar disorder. Another way is by medication. Medications such as antidepressants and mood stabilizers can help decrease and treat bipolar disorder. Now, you might ask, why did I choose this? Why did I choose bipolar disorder? What connection does this have to my life? And first of all, I feel that those with bipolar disorder other people don't really understand what they're going through. People just judge them for being like moody, or like put them under categories that is something out of their control, and they can't. And I just want to be able to identify when someone has it, and when I'm able, and how I can help them, how I can communicate with them, how I can help them during their episodes or after their episodes, or how people feel about them. Like, I just want to be able to communicate and help those with bipolar disorder. And another big thing, and another big reason why I chose this was because I know someone that's very close to me that I think has bipolar disorder, because from learning and doing all this research about bipolar disorder, it's really convinced me that this person really does have bipolar disorder. And there have been times where he can be the happiest man with my family, with others, and then we can just get in the car with me and he can just talk about how he's so sad, so lonely, doesn't know what to do, is just, he's sorry for everything. He just, and it hurts me, and I can't, and I don't know how to deal with it, and I don't know how I can change and help him. But now with more research about this and the more and more I've learned about bipolar disorder, there are things that I know that I can help this person that I love a lot with, and I feel like this is something that is very personal to me, and I can help him with. Well, thank you. This concludes my presentation. I hope you enjoyed this, and Brandon Zelaya, and I'm out. Thank you.